So, I'm here to talk about existentialism. Well, for starters, there are noted existentialists like Soren Kierkegaard, Friedrich Nietzsche, Martin Heidegger, Jean-Paul Sartre, and Simone de Beauvoir. Well, anyways, beyond good and evil, Nietzsche, among others, believed that there was no absolute good or absolute evil in the world, all was relative. In the Metamorphosis, Kafka does not judge his character. The narrator does not castigate characters with guilt for neglecting and eventually turning on Gregor. Important principles of existentialism. Human beings are thrown or abandoned in the world. There is no predetermined direction for our lives. If God exists, we are too distant for it to make a difference. Despair and suffering are a part of life, and most of all, the result, there is no purpose or meaning to life. Well, yeah. Application to metamorphosis. First application is destiny is chosen. Individualism leads to personal anxiety or angst. Now, the universe is indifferent and hostile to human. Isolation, anxiety, and despair are a part of life. Freedom of choice exists, but so do consequences. Application to metamorphosis is that sister's affection that George coverts can be seen as a look of approval. Father Gregor fears him through the look roles of power are established. Gregor's and his family's fears of being judged by society. Well, now, the essential framework. Well, the essential framework is that inside the existential framework, Gregor is a total failure and he becomes a victim to forces in the world around him. Gregor's primary failure is his neglect of self-definition. His spinelessness is manifested symbolically in his insect form. Existential angst, yeah. Describes the internal conflict experienced by every conscious individual due to the fact that the world is not a rational place and existence can be maintained only by constant struggles. Existential angst continues. Birth, leaving the safety of the womb for the harsh reality of the world, is the crucial moment existence is defined. In the metamorphosis, it is this womb-like state without conflict, decision, or self-definition that Gregor longs to return to. Existential angst, well, free of choice, also contributes to this angst since it is seen as one of the biggest burdens a human has. Now, Gregor fails in his vein as he seeks to avoid decisions at every turn. The motive of escape manifests itself in Gregor's sleep, avoiding the decisions, his eventual precision and mental exhaustion, and his ultimate death. And for the final of it, the irrational world. The irrational world, at any moment, everything could change. There are no universal truths. There is only one uncertainty. And final, Gregor's transformation, coming out of a sleep to find that things were far from the way he had left them, is a powerful illustration of this idea, this fear of the existential thinker. Then, I's done.